66 million years ago, a massive asteroid hurtled directly toward our vibrant Earth. But in this timeline, a slight cosmic nudge completely alters its deadly path. The doomsday rock grazes the atmosphere, vanishing harmlessly into the cold void of space. Below, the undisputed rulers of the planet barely notice the fiery streak above. Dinosaurs continued to dominate the dense, towering forests of the late Cretaceous period, but their survival would soon demand far more than just immense physical size. As millions of years passed, the continents continued their slow, relentless tectonic drift. Decreasing volcanic activity caused the global climate to gradually cool and dry out. The endless, dense jungles began shrinking, replaced by vast, wide-open grassy plains. Massive sauropods struggled to find enough vegetation to sustain their colossal, heavy bodies. Without sufficient food, the giant titans slowly starved and vanished from the Earth. Apex predators like the T-Rex also faded, losing their primary massive food sources. The world now belonged to a new breed of highly adaptable, smaller dinosaurs. Enter the Troodontids, lightly built feathered theropods with unusually large, complex brains. These nimble hunters thrived in the drastically changing environments across the shifting continents. To survive the open plains, they evolved advanced coordinated pack hunting strategies. They communicated with a complex series of clicks, hisses, and distinct vocal chirps. Their large, forward-facing eyes gave them unparalleled stereoscopic vision for tracking swift prey. Grasping hands, once used for slashing, adapted to manipulate the surrounding natural environment. They learned to flush prey into natural traps using coordinated, highly tactical movements. A distinct social hierarchy formed, prioritizing pure intelligence and cunning over raw strength. Older members began teaching complex hunting techniques to the younger, highly observant generations. This was the crucial spark of cultural transmission among the feathered prehistoric hunters. Soon, they realized that heavy rocks could be used to crack hardened shells. The first crude tools marked a terrifying evolutionary leap for the clever raptors. They sharpened bones to reach marrow, unlocking entirely new, incredibly rich food sources. Nutrient-dense diets fueled even faster brain development over countless successful generations. Their posture shifted, becoming fully upright to see over the tall savanna grasses. The Dinosauroid was born, a bipedal, highly intelligent, calculating prehistoric reptilian predator. But nature always provides new, devastating challenges to perfectly test rising apex species. A lightning strike ignited a massive, sweeping wildfire across the dry, golden savanna. While other animals fled in sheer terror, the Dinosauroids watched with intense curiosity. A brave leader picked up a burning branch, finally claiming the red flower. They learned to feed the flames, creating a permanent, glowing communal camp hearth. Fire provided warmth, protection from nocturnal predators, and the miraculous power to cook. Cooked meat yielded massive calories, further accelerating their rapid cognitive brain expansion. Gathered around the flickering flames, early reptilian language began to truly, deeply flourish. They painted crude maps and complex hunting plans in the dirt using sticks. The Dinosauroids had effectively conquered their immediate environment through sheer collective biological intellect. As their numbers swelled, tribes began to fiercely compete for vital, scarce resources. Early tribal warfare erupted, fought with crafted spears of sharpened wood and bone. Brutal conflict drove rapid innovation, pushing them to design better, deadlier stone weapons. The smartest strategists survived, ensuring intelligence remained the ultimate evolutionary biological survival advantage. They adorned themselves with brightly colored feathers and animal bones to signify rank. Culture was firmly taking root in a world still wild, brutal, and untamed. And just in time, because the planet's climate was about to violently shift. Global temperatures plummeted as Earth entered a devastating, prolonged, and deadly ice age. Massive glaciers crawled across the continents, burying the lush plains under freezing snow. To survive the bitter cold, the Dinosauroids retreated into deep, sprawling, dark caves. Inside the dark caverns, they painted the first beautiful masterpieces of reptilian history. They depicted massive prehistoric beasts and the legendary fearless hunters of their tribes. To stay warm, they skinned thick-furred mammals, wearing their heavy pelts as cloaks. This harsh, unforgiving period forced them to plan seasons ahead to avoid starvation. They dug deep pits in the permafrost to safely preserve meat for freezing winters. When the ice finally retreated, they emerged as the undisputed, resilient planetary masters. No longer mere nomadic hunters, they began to manipulate the very Earth itself. They discovered that scattering seeds produced reliable, stationary sources of highly abundant food. The first reptilian agricultural revolution changed the entire sweeping trajectory of their species. Nomadic tribes settled down, building permanent structures from mud, stone, and heavy timber. Small, scattered villages soon grew into bustling, highly organized early prehistoric dinosaur towns. They captured and bred smaller, docile dinosaurs to serve as highly manageable livestock. Heavy ceratopsians were yoked to massive wooden plows to till the fertile soil. A steady, predictable food supply allowed their global population to absolutely explode in number. Meanwhile, mammals were relegated to the absolute, terrifying margins of this thriving world. Without the asteroid, our distant ancestors remained small, nocturnal, highly fearful, rodent-like scavengers. They scurried through the dirty alleys of reptilian cities, hunted as common, filthy pests. The Dinosauroids developed complex written languages using sharp claws on soft clay tablets. Mathematics emerged to track massive grain stores, astronomical cycles, and huge building projects. Powerful dinosaur kings rose to power, commanding massive, disciplined, spear-wielding, terrifying reptilian armies. They built towering, stepped pyramids to honor their ancient, fierce, unforgiving sun gods. The groundbreaking discovery of bronze ushered in an era of terrifying, organized warfare. Rival empires clashed on vast battlefields, their scaly armor shining in the bright sunlight. Trade routes expanded, connecting distant continents with immense wind-powered heavy wooden galleons. Philosophers pondered the nature of the cosmos under the bright, infinite starry skies. This was their golden age, yet their greatest, most terrifying leaps were still to come. Deep underground, they struck rich, endless veins of coal and volatile black oil. The reptilian industrial revolution roared to life with billowing, toxic, thick black smoke. Massive steam-powered engines were forged by highly skilled, calloused, clawed, tireless dinosaur hands. Railways spiderwebbed across the continents, carrying heavy goods at unprecedented, blistering fast speeds. Towering factories replaced ancient stone temples, endlessly churning out advanced cold steel machinery. Cities grew vertical, scraping the smoky sky with brutalist, heavy iron architectural designs. Electricity finally banished the darkness, illuminating the sprawling, chaotic, urban reptilian iron jungles. Medical science rapidly advanced, eradicating ancient plagues that once devastated their dense populations. They invented flight, returning their feathered, grounded bodies to the skies they once ruled.
Propeller planes gave way to roaring, sleek, supersonic, delta-winged military fighter jets. The information age arrived, connecting the globe through invisible, silent, massive digital networks. Glowing screens illuminated the sharp reptilian features of billions of modern, connected citizens. Their towering cities are a stark contrast to human design, built specifically for tales. Doors are wider, chairs are radically different, and ambient temperatures are artificially, meticulously regulated. Bioluminescent lighting bathes the massive metropolis in eerie, beautiful shades of deep, glowing ultraviolet. Mammals are merely exotic zoo exhibits, safely locked behind thick, transparent, unbreakable glass. The dominant, highly evolved species never questions their absolute supremacy over the natural world. They successfully split the atom, unleashing the terrifying, city-leveling power of pure nuclear energy. A tense, silent Cold War divides the reptilian superpowers, constantly threatening total global annihilation. But the deep desire to explore the unknown eventually unites their fractured, divided species. They turn their massive, highly advanced radio telescopes toward the infinite, dark, mysterious cosmos. Towering rockets thunder into the sky, finally breaking the heavy, invisible chains of gravity. A scaled, heavy-booted foot firmly steps onto the dusty, silent, gray surface of the moon. They look back at the beautiful blue marble, completely unaware of its incredibly fragile history. They never know how close they came to total, sudden, violent, and absolute extinction. Our entire existence as humans was erased by a simple, random, tiny gravitational anomaly. We remained nothing more than a suppressed biological footnote in their grand, sweeping evolutionary history. The timeline where humans conquered the Earth is completely, utterly, and entirely non-existent here. Instead, the Dinosauroids continue to rapidly expand their empire into the vast, unforgiving solar system. They establish sprawling, glowing colonies on the red, dusty plains of neighboring dead planets. Genetic engineering allows them to modify their own bodies for zero-gravity deep space travel. They cure all remaining diseases, achieving a near-immortal, perfectly optimized biological state of being. The ancient, primitive gods of the sun and blood are replaced by pure, cold logic. Artificial intelligence assists them in solving the universe's most complex, daunting, and infinite mysteries. They harness the absolute power of local stars, building massive orbital energy-harvesting megastructures. The Dinosauroid civilization becomes a Type II interstellar society, bending physics to their sheer will. They discover ways to manipulate the very fabric of space and time for instant travel. They spread their highly advanced, cold reptilian civilization across the entire, massive Milky Way galaxy. On thousands of worlds, new forms of life bow to the supreme, unmatched Dinosauroid intellect. But, deep within their cultural archives, a lingering, haunting question remains completely, utterly unanswered. Why did they alone survive the violent, chaotic, and merciless eras of ancient prehistoric Earth? Some radical fringe historians propose the bizarre fringe theory of a missed, catastrophic celestial impact event. They calculate the exact terrifying odds of an asteroid striking the Yucatan Peninsula millions ago. The simulations show that such an impact would have completely wiped out their ancestral lineage. The simulation predicts that tiny, insignificant mammals would have inherited the ashes of the ruined world. The Dinosauroid scientists laugh off this absurd, impossible, highly entertaining fictional doomsday scenario entirely. To them, a species as frail and weak as mammals building a civilization is biologically laughable. They shut off the massive glowing simulation, completely secure in their absolute, unquestioned cosmic supremacy. But the universe is incredibly vast, and alternative timelines may exist in distant, unreachable dimensions. Perhaps in another reality, the heavy rock struck true and the world burned in hellfire. Perhaps in that reality, a species of hairless apes currently sits watching glowing digital screens, wondering what might have happened if the asteroid had just missed the planet entirely. The delicate, invisible thread of existence hangs on random, terrifyingly indifferent, silent cosmic events. We are the lucky, accidental survivors of a cosmic Russian roulette played millions of years ago. Every monument we have built rests entirely on the graves of the ancient, forgotten titans. But in this timeline, the Dinosauroids continue to reign supreme, unchallenged and infinitely powerful. They are the masters of the Earth, the true heirs of the unbroken, ancient biological chain. Evolution is not a straight line, but a chaotic, violently branching tree of endless possibilities. The Dinosauroids prove that highly advanced intelligence is not an exclusive, guaranteed human biological trait. Enough time and pressure, nature will always find a way to observe its own majestic creation. As their vast interstellar empire expands, they leave the cradle of prehistoric Earth far behind. They have completely conquered biology, physics, and the terrifying, cold void of deep space itself. The universe is no longer a scary, unknown frontier, but their personal, infinite, glowing playground. They build massive monuments on distant dead moons to honor their ancient, primitive, long-dead ancestors. A reminder of the savage, untamed, brutal origins that forged their sharp, unmatched, calculated intellect. And yet, despite their godlike power, they still fear the random, chaotic, unpredictable cosmic events. Because in the vast, indifferent universe, absolute safety is nothing more than an elaborate, comforting illusion. A single stray rock can rewrite the entire history of a planet in a blinding flash. The Dinosauroids build massive planetary defense grids to ensure they never face such a terrifying fate. They refuse to leave their ultimate destiny to the blind, merciless, uncaring whims of pure chance. In their timeline, the asteroid missed, and they seized the entire universe with their clawed hands. But as you watch this, remember the sheer, terrifying fragility of our own human, accidental existence. We only inherited this beautiful, vibrant world because the undisputed kings were brutally, violently dethroned. If the cosmos had flinched, we would still be hiding in the dark, terrified shadows.
and the true lords of the Earth would be looking back at us from the cold, distant stars.